Can you hear me, Nick?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. I am JP. He is Nick Martin. We are Dadcast. And this is our very, very, very first time going live on the Bullhorn platform. Bullhorn, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you guys. Couple things that happened right before we started. We didn't realize in technical difficulties, so we couldn't get Bryan on via the standard way you're used to. So here's Bryan Hopkins on my phone via FaceTime. Can we hear you, Bryan?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
I can hear him.
All right. So there you are. I'm just going to hold the phone right up here next to me, and this is going to be the complete workaround for this episode, and we know for future reference.
Here's what I was going to see if I could steal. My roommate is on a session, playing guitar on a session. I was going to go see if I could steal his computer for the next 40 minutes, and he could take a break. If that makes it easier, because I can't see anything but the sky.
Yeah, I know that's terrible. You can see the screen, but hey, if that works, that's fine. We can hold the fort down. While that goes. So if at any time you just bail out, we'll get it, and then you got the information to log on, and we are good.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll try and log in here in a few minutes because this is rough. I can't even see you guys. What's fun for me is being able to talk to you guys and react. Actually talking to you.
Oh, absolutely. And plus, we got listeners coming in right now who are down to check out Mr. Bryan Hopkins of Elvis, Monroe.
I will be right back.
All right.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm just gonna say hey to everybody that's listening. Chris, awesome. Thank you, Sawyer. I'm assuming that's Sawyer Pierce.
That is Sawyer Pierce. That is my son.
All right.
So for everyone checking out Dadcast here on this here Bullhorn platform, little bit about the show. Dadcast, created by two dads. That guy right there, Nick, and myself, in 2020 when the pandemic started, and we were looking to start something to blow off some steam. We had some issues going on in life. Nick, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody?
Yeah, I had a baby back in May 2020 that ended up in the NICU, and with COVID just in full blown going crazy, I got to see the baby once a week for about an hour because of the COVID violation or whatever stuff was at the hospital. So it was awesome to be able to sit down with JP and talk about frustrations and life and getting through it. And Dadcast was born with that. And then JP was going through some stuff, and I'll let JP talk about that.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. So my lovely lady, she was going through breast cancer, and long story short, and we're just going to fast forward to today. Everything is fine. She had some surgeries done, and as of this speaking right now, cancer free. So, but in all that, Dadcast was born, and it has snowballed into this really, really great idea for a podcast, and now quite successful. I mean, we have celebrity guests from all walks of life, whether you were an athlete, a movie star, a TV star, an influencer, whatever the case may be. We've had those guests. We're approaching, we've got about 75 episodes. So granted, a few of them haven't aired yet. And we're approaching that daunted 100th episode mark. I'm super excited for that. And yeah, we've met lots of people on the way, made a bunch of new friends, lots of new connections. Now, I must throw out there too, typically, I do usually have a better background going on. So it turns out I had to do this from my garage today. So
you should have parked the Tesla right behind you.
It is. Typically, if you would see it's there's Bill Murray and there's the back of my car.
There you go. Yeah, just do Bill Murray. That's perfect.
Bill Murray, leave it right there.
Bill Murray just watching over us, guiding us with his infinite wisdom.
But so we are. Hey, Nick L. He was in the chat. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
much appreciated. He commented, "That's amazing. You guys are awesome partners, and parents." Bill Swain, what's up, Bill Murray? If Bill could talk, I'd get a response for you.
If Bill could talk, JP would shut up.
Yeah, right. Well, if you would talk some, I'd be happy to shut up, Nick Martin.
I just want to hear Bill Murray talk. So that's all.
So for everyone who's in here right now listening, thanks for bearing with it. This is the very first time we've actually gone live on this platform, And while I am pretty technically savvy, there's always hiccups. There's always bumps in the road, like when your co-host, your first guest, doesn't realize it doesn't work on an iPhone. And these are things I didn't realize as well. So hey, we're trying to get him in. By the way, we are stoked to be with you, hanging out with Bryan Hopkins, who should be joining back on soon from the band out of Las Vegas, Elvis Monroe. We're going to talk a little bit about, hopefully, if he gets in here, his life as a father and what's going on with Elvis Monroe.
Yeah, they're in the studio right now, cooking up some great tunes. I've heard a few of them. JP's heard some of them. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. And we're just glad you're here. So hey, now that, there's a few of you here and you're listening already, please feel free. There's the call-in option. Call in. Got a question? Hit us up. We'll put you on the air. You want to chat with us? Go ahead and chat down there, and we'll see what we got. Help me out a little bit, even if it's just a random question like, "Do you like pizza?" I'll answer it, but I want to do this through this Bullhorn app. And by the way, man, Bullhorn, thank you guys, man.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Pretty impressive. You got things going on here, man. It's pretty cool. I've, little background about me. If you guys weren't aware, I've worked in radio for the past 20 years of my life and currently own a radio station called Pirate Radio, Pyrate Radio. So going live, it's nothing new to me whatsoever. In fact, I prefer it. I do like pizza, Nick L.
I like pizza as well. So
even with pineapple on it, I got no problems with it. I just don't like olives, if you want to go there. But I love the idea and the premise of going live. And once we get a little more acclimated with this app and we get our guests a little bit more acclimated with the app, this should go a little bit smoother. But again, this is the very first time we're doing it this way. We're working things out and seeing how it goes. And so far, so good. It sounds good. Does it sound good to you out there? Does it?
No.
No pineapple, Bill. So you're seeing the chat.
I'm like, wait a minute. What? We sound like crap. No. So do you think we should do another one next week with a guest that I already have ready to go live?
Is it the one that has 3 names in it and is a big country star?
Yeah, that guy.
Of course we should. And don't we already have that booked and ready to rock and roll?
It is.
Does he have a computer?
Yes, he has a computer, and I will verify and double make sure that he has a computer.
Or maybe even an iPad. In fact, you know what? I'm going to try and do this again here very soon, even just a test run with no guests, just you and I, both doing iPads, and we'll see if it works. Because I know our boys at Bullhorn are curious to see too as well if that's going to work out well. But so if you have an iMac or laptop, that is preferable.
Yeah, he does. So next week we'll have Jason Michael Carroll.
You heard it here first. Jason Michael Carroll. Any new? Oh, we got a question.
Any
from
unique
Big
guitar?
Show Brandon.
Yeah, so I have a Aaron Lewis signed guitar right behind me, right above Granger Smith. Then I have a special limited edition Joe Nichols signed guitar right in the middle there.
Oh, now I'm going to hide it. This is fun. This is where Nick. This is where you need to step up your game, man. Because if I'm going to be controlling, and I'm going to be producing, and I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff aside from leading this podcast.
I know I'm kind of confused as to like what is going on, like on your end, because you see stuff I don't see. Like you can actually chat with them. I can just answer verbally.
Right.
So, yeah,
it's pretty cool. So down here I got questions like the unique guitars on the wall. That just happened. And
yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it show up on the main screen right there? Yeah, pretty cool.
No, it didn't show up on the main screen. It showed up in the question part.
Here, I'm gonna do it again. So I hit show, and okay, nothing yet.
Maybe it shows up for everybody.
There. Now, did your main screen change?
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on Bullhorn and see what happens. Let's see here.
Pretty cool. Yeah, sorry. Hey, Bullhorn, we're giving our listeners here an inside look at how your app and platform works. I don't know if that's
okay.
normal.
There it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, JP. This is really cool. Right.
Cool. So I'm gonna hide it back and get us back to just our beautiful faces. We're still waiting
Okay.
on a man of the hour, Mr. Bryan Hopkins of Elvis Monroe fame. You may remember Bryan Hopkins from such teen heartthrob TV shows like Saving the Bell. And before he even gets in here,
Saved,
we can tell everyone
saved by the
yeah,
bell. Come on.
what Saved by the Bell. You know what I said?
Saved by saving the bell. You said
I,
saving the
I did
bell.
not say Saving the Bell. If I did say
You
Saving
did.
the Bell, we're gonna go back and look at this and
We are going to go back.
my mistake. Come on, I grew up during this time. But his claim to fame, who did he kiss? Nick Martin?
Kelly Kapowski. Oh man, every time I hang out with him, I want to hug him because he's been there.
He's been there. That is good stuff.
Yeah.
Bryan, we are just talking all about you. So I got a preview up here to see. Here's the video stream is being displayed. Okay, all right, cool. We're still waiting on the co-host to get in. Elvis Monroe, they've been around, what, about 5 years now, Nick?
7 or 8. It's been a while.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so they started right after Ben left Lifehouse.
okay. And Ben Carey, the guitarist and backup vocals of Elvis Monroe, as Nick just mentioned, formerly in the band Lifehouse, Savage Garden, currently also in an amazing band called Radio XX out of Vegas. He's pretty much the greatest guitarist player in the history of the world.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
He's up there. He's up there. And
He's a pretty great guy too.
yeah, and a great dad. And that's what Dadcast is all about. That was your chance, Nick, right there. That was your chance.
Sorry, you froze for a second. It kind of caught me off guard. Sorry.
You get another better internet, brother. All right, so yes, Dadcast. So we can talk more about it. We generally, the premise of this show is we like to discuss the journey, the path, the adventure that is fatherhood with other dads out there, whether you're a single dad, whether you're happily married, whether you're going through a divorce, whatever you are in, whatever case that you are in as a dad, we like to talk about it. And we like to see how different dads parent. You know, how do you handle this particular situation versus this guy handles that particular situation? Do you have teenage daughters? We have teenage daughters. And
oh my God.
and I am all about, I'll take all the advice I can get, you know.
Hey,
And
actually, I'm going to take this chance right now. I'm going to ask whoever's listening for some advice because I'm going through a situation with the teenage daughter currently at this moment.
yeah, I heard you mentioned right before we went live, and that was shocking to me.
Yeah. So she comes home the other night. She's a little bit late for curfew, tells me, hey, I'm going to go stay at my mom's, and just walks out and leaves. So she comes home the next day, and I'm like, okay, here's the deal. You've got a curfew of 9:00. You're grounded for 2 weeks. And she got up and left in the middle of that conversation, hasn't been back since. So guess people listening, how would you handle that situation? So her mom and I are obviously divorced. She's with her mom, so she is safe. She's not out wandering the streets anymore. But how would you deal with that situation? Like I turned off her cell phone, turned off her car insurance. I took her car away.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I think the phone right off the bat should have been enough.
Yeah, it wasn't. She the thing is she thinks that because she has a car, she can come and go as she pleases. So
I've kind of, we're in the same boat, but it hasn't got that extreme yet over at my house. But I have a 17-year-old stepdaughter. She'll be 18 this year. She just got her license a few months ago, has a car, and she bounces back and forth between dad's house and our house. And it seems with that freedom, with that vehicle, that, yeah, it's all of a sudden I can do whatever I want, like you said. And that ain't the case. You know, you are not an adult. You still, hell, even when you are an adult, legally 18, if you're still living under this roof, and I can't believe I'm catching myself saying this. My gosh, what a vicious circle we weave, man.
right?
But, you know, you live under our home. You need to follow the rules that go along with that.
Yeah.
And my rules and our rules here definitely vary from the rules over there. I would
Right.
love to be a fly on the wall just to see how it goes over there. But you
Yeah.
know, it's just it's a fight. You know, she's been spending more time over there recently than here. She was
Mhm.
actually home last night, and I could just, I walk on eggshells,
Yeah.
because there's, little tiny rules that really may not make sense to a teen or a kid or anything, but it's always been a rule.
Yeah.
Is not applying. Like, example, lighting a candle in your room. When you almost burned the house down 2 times when you were younger, candle privileges were shut off.
Yeah. Forever.
Sorry. Yeah, forever. And I know you're older and more
Yeah.
responsible now, so you say. But that doesn't mean now you have a license, now you're older, that you can just automatically light a candle in the house again. Probably can at your dad's, can't do it here. And
Mhm.
so it was about midnight. Walked in the house and I smelt what I thought was a candle. I'm like, oh my God. Do I barge in the room? Do I knock? Do I talk? Do I FaceTime her? What do I do? Because it's midnight. I don't want this fight. I just want to go to
Right.
bed.
Yeah.
And so you know what I ended up doing? I went
You
to bed.
barged in the room.
No, I didn't. I didn't. You should be
Oh,
proud of me,
I'm
man. You
proud of
should
you.
be proud of me. I went to mom. I said, I think I smell a candle. I'm going to bed. Deal with it.
So you chose that fight.
Right. No, she was fine. She was like,
Uh,
she did what she FaceTimed her.
yeah.
There better not be a candle in there. Good night. And that
Yeah.
was that. All right. There's a couple of on the comments. Tough ones. Did of course. She will appreciate your discipline later on in life. Scott
I
Southron.
hope
Thank
so.
you.
So like
Try
I'm
not
just
to
trying to
drive her
teach
away
her
with
that.
taking things away. Touchy subject. Well,
Yeah.
what
See,
do
I'm
you
trying
do?
to teach her like what you're saying is like there's rules at different houses. My rules are obviously different than her mom's. My thing is it's not that hard. We have a curfew at 10 o'clock. We have a couple of chores every now and then. She works 2 jobs. She's a good kid.
Yeah.
But when you disrespect me by coming in and telling me what you're going to do 5 minutes before curfew and walking out and leaving, I think a punishment needs to happen, some kind of a consequence. That's not how you don't go to work and tell your boss, "F you, I'm leaving."
Yeah,
You
as
go
much
keep your
as he
job.
would love that.
So yeah, I'm just trying to teach her responsibility, time management, and respect. And like if I don't care if you go to your mom's, come home 20 minutes earlier and just say, "Hey, Dad, I want to go hang with my mom." Cool, go hang with your mom. So
Yeah,
that was a
it's
conversation. She took it way too far. Maybe she's just a teenage girl, and I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, it's we are definitely not teenage girls. So
Yeah.
uh
So at this
to
point,
kind of
I'm
keep
I'm
ourselves in
waiting.
that mind.
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to come home and face the music. So
Scott says consistency is the key. Well, Nick, you are consistently a douche to your daughter, so
a douche?
No,
No,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. Okay.
No. I quit.
I kid.
Hey, Bullhorn,
Um,
it's been real. I'm out.
all right, and
Brian said
definitely
he's
not
logging
Brian
into.
Hopkins.
He said he's logging into a computer. He should be on in a second.
Nice. Oh, that is good news. Good news.
Yeah, this is
All right,
cool because
so
this is like the first time we've actually just had a podcast with just Brian.
it
Typically,
is.
it's
Yeah,
usually
little,
him. And
for everyone watching and for everyone who may watch this particular episode in the future, wherever that may be. Ooh, we're getting inception here. Um, our website is dadcast.co. And of course, the YouTube channel, just search up Dadcast. You'll see our little logo. And every episode we've ever done is right there. But Bryan Hopkins has appeared on a number of our past episodes. I'd say about 4 or 5, maybe more.
yeah,
But we've never, like you said, had him on solo. He's
yeah,
always been with either Brett Young or he came on
Bill
with
X.
Phil X recently, the guitarist for Bon Jovi, which is scheduled to drop sometime in April. Wink, wink, nudge,
The
nudge.
other thing that's
Um,
scheduled to drop tomorrow is our merch store. So if anybody would like to buy some
ooh,
really cool Dadcast stuff, it'll be available tomorrow at dadcast.co. Yeah, buddy. But the hats are actually limited edition,
this
so
hat,
just hit us up on Facebook and we'll hook you up on the hats.
this hat
They're
got rocked in South Florida a couple weeks ago.
nice. Very
Yeah,
cool.
I had 47 fish tacos, and this hat was there for all of it.
I haven't had any food today, so I think 47 fish tacos for dinner sounds about right.
47, dude. I think 2 fish tacos would do you right about now. Let me
Probably.
ask you a question. I'm going to reveal to the world something, Nick, that you may or may not appreciate, but it's going to happen. So just prepare yourself. How's
Did
your
you
head feeling?
Okay right now.
Okay, because he got bit by a friggin' black widow 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Right smack dab on the top of his melon while working out.
Right there, and on the back of my head too. There's 2 bites.
Got you twice?
Got me twice. The
Explain
thing was
to
real.
everyone.
It was trying to kill me. It wanted Bryan Hopkins to take over as co-host.
It's funny. I was editing an episode that we did with the Marty Ray Project and CJ Wilder. And during this is a little sneak peek of that episode for everyone watching and listening right now. During the editing, we talked about how if I had a different co-host, or you were to leave, or I were to leave, or whatever, and it came up, how about they just do JT? Do you remember that? And it was Justin Timberlake, and I said that would be a pretty excellent podcast, whether it was him replacing me or you, whatever the case. I think that would be instant success right there. Yeah,
Chris, no superpowers yet.
Damn it, man! I know.
I wish. I know.
Profuse sweating.
Yeah, profuse. Yeah, I've learned how to like go through 3 t-shirts at a time with sweat. It's been fantastic.
He is sweat man. It
was like the weirdest thing. Like I get bit by this black widow, and then 5 minutes later, I feel like my body's on fire. Like JP's daughter like lit a candle on me. Like that's what it felt like.
Why you got to use my daughter? Why couldn't it be any random person?
I don't know. It just sounded appropriate. Anyway, so and then all of a sudden, profuse sweating, vomiting, like I had a fever, the chills. So I Google it, and I'm like, crap, I'm gonna die. And Poison Control said, take a muscle relaxer. So I'm like, thank God I hurt my back, because I had some muscle relaxers on tap. So popped the muscle relaxer, and I was good. I just feel like I got ran over by a truck, and I have the worst hangover I've ever had in my life.
Does it still hurt? Are you back to normal?
No, the bites don't hurt, but my body hurts. Like my joints hurt really bad.
Yeah.
And I feel weird.
Nick, I'm a big thing about like chi and on your pick there. Now you're in the middle. See how you're set up right there? Is that?
Do you notice like the camera's like at a weird angle, so that my camera's right there in the middle, but it's like
it crops us because of there's multiple people. But like try to stay in the center. I mean, this is just weird, right? So I'm just having a conversation with Nick, and
you see my ginormous bicep.
Yeah, he's huge, like animal. Yeah,
it's so big. I have Liam doing that now.
This is so weird how it's just you and I chit chatting.
It's actually kind of cool. It's like the first time we did a podcast.
Yeah, so this harkens back to the very, very first episode where we had no clue if what Dadcast would ever become, if anything. And we just introduced ourselves and chit-chatted. That was, a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even longer, almost 2 years. Although everyone got COVID a couple times, and we had to... we did one episode, then had to take a 3-month hiatus. And then we did another episode and had to take a 2-month hiatus. Oh, I'm admitting someone.
Oh, my goodness. What?
Yeah!
Yeah.
How's it going?
Everybody, welcome on the Bullhorn platform, Mr. Bryan Hopkins of Elvis, Monroe. Welcome in, good sir. I was getting so tired of talking to Nick by myself. You came in at just a perfect time.
I know. Good. I hate talking to JP too. So it's weird that we have this successful podcast and we hate talking to each other.
So sorry if it wasn't for Nicole, I wouldn't be able to be on here. She said that we had a laptop in the house, and then I had to FaceTime her to have her walk me through this, like how to use an iMac computer. It was a nightmare. But anyway, here
we are. Yeah.
So that's the only time teenage daughters are a good thing, because they actually know how to troubleshoot all this computer stuff.
Except in this case. Whoa, I'm seeing 2 names.
I just saw 2 JPs. What the hell happened?
Oh man, Bullhorn, what's going on with this? Man?
This is the greatest thing I've ever used.
So, Bryan Hopkins,
you guys are freezing.
You're frozen.
There, and there's 2 Nicks again.
So weird. Okay.
There you are.
There you go.
All right, everything. Maybe if we talk quieter, and just don't move. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know.
I'm
Okay.
really be the guinea pig on all this. That's great.
Yeah, hey, you ain't the only guinea pig, Bryan. And there's two of us up here as well. Yeah, that's what happens when you go live, and also depending on internet connections and where we're at in the world, and crazy things can happen. But I think it's settled in. I think we're good. Bryan freaking Hopkins. Let's do a quick dadcast type interview, and then we'll get into.
Can I do the intro this time?
Yes.
Everybody, Bryan Hopkins, the man, the myth, the legend. He kissed Kelly Kapowski. The end.
What's up, guys? That's funny.
Bryan Hopkins, rite of passage. Are you a dad?
I am a dad. Yes, I am.
How many kids do you have? 2 kids?
I have 2 kids, but they're grown.
They're grown adult kids.
Yeah, they're off in the world, having families, and it's crazy.
How can a man of 34 years old have a grown children? That's freaking amazing. That's a perfect freeze right there.
There's 2 JPs.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Good. So we were telling all the listeners and who's checking out the live right now earlier that you are in the band Elvis Monroe and currently working on, and we're excited for, a brand new album. Why don't you share that with your Elvis Monroe Mafia, which I know are hanging out right now listening.
That's awesome. Thank you. And I know they're out there too, because I saw people sharing it, the Bullhorn app and stuff, and jumping on there. So to the Mafia, thank you. We have been doing this. It's an EP right now. We have enough songs to do 3 albums. But during COVID, during this lockdown and whatnot, Ben went into the studio, and I joke around and say, like, he put on the white lab coat and just started playing everything. He did a little. We got Chris Reeve from Filter. He played drums on one of the songs, and then Al Serrato playing drums. The rest of the song, sick, had to go back to Australia. And so during this room, vacuum the songs separately.
You're frozen, Bryan.
2 times, and then Ben went in and locked himself in this unknown. And then we had different players play on this. A guy named John Spicer.
All right, hold on.
It's a banjo on some songs.
Hold on, Bryan. It just keeps cutting in and out on you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I was doing that with you guys too.
All right, I think we're good. Carry on.
That's if anybody heard it. Yeah, so if I'm leaving anybody out, John Spicer, Al Serrato, Chris Reeve, playing on it. We brought Bryce Soderbergh from Lifehouse, did some harmonies on 2 of the songs as well. No, 3 of the songs. And then, I got to thank guys like Bryan Lindsay. He's a buddy of ours. And Bryan, yeah, you guys know Bryan. Bryan's the CEO of everything. That's what I call him.
CEO of everything. I'm a former guest on
Exactly. So Bryan helped us with putting together a space that we started. Whether they've done some huge records with Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, just some huge records. Went over there. It's just kind of an album that I possibly can.
Are you there? I'm not frozen.
There's two of you.
There he is.
Damn.
No, I got most of it. Here, repeat. When I say go, repeat
See?
from
You did it again.
when Brian Lindsay got you a space. Go.
This is frozen.
Well, that was Brian Hopkins of Elvis Monroe. I honestly think he might have some shoddy internet over there because you and I are fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to readmit him and see if that works. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm readmitting you, Brian, to see how this works out. Nope. He didn't come back in. All right. Well, we got Brian on there for a little bit. You know what I'm going to do? This was our test run. I want to thank everyone who took the time out of their day to come hang out and watch this. We appreciate you. Check us out online at dadcast.co. We are going to set another one of these up with him in the future and in the very near future. And even Nick down there commented you could also have him trying to call in, I think. That's a good idea. But as it stands right now, we've gone, almost 40 minutes as it is on this test run of Dadcast live on the Bullhorn app. It went all right. You know, we got to figure out this internet thing with other people. But for everyone who did take the time out and joined us, thank you so very much. You guys are all amazing. Bullhorn, you guys rock. Thank you so much. It says, I'm getting a text message from the guys at Bullhorn. Have them use Chrome if you can use it. Works a little bit better. Colin will also work. So we're going to try that next time. You guys are amazing. You are awesome. Thanks for checking us out live on the Bullhorn app. And don't forget, is it March 15th? Next week? A week from today?
Yeah, a week from today.
And who is that live on the Bullhorn app with Dadcast?
Jason Michael Carroll.
Yes, that is correct. And Nick L., like you said, can't wait for part 2 of this episode.
It's coming.
I promise you. We're going to get all of our guests dialed in and how they should be, and we'll rock this thing. So everyone checking it out, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you on the next episode live, and check out all our stuff, dadcast.co. See you.
All right.